Follow the Logos today on Fortitude through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. And today, to understand Logos, which I wouldn't with my study of philosophy, understand what Logos is. Why, you may ask? Well, Logos is a concept that went way back to the beginning of philosophy, the Ionian school. And the only reason why I really truly know that is because of my study of the ancient philosophy course with Dr. James or in the Peterson Academy. So I went back, looked at my lessons, and I realized that it goes all the way back to the Ionian school. And again, it's mentioned a little bit in the Eleatic school. Now we're talking circa 500 BC, and this isn't even in Rome yet. We're talking on the shores of Rome and that area. That concept didn't really emerge again. Plato didn't really talk about it much, Aristotle. We really see it again in Stoicism. And remember, a lot of people don't know this, but Stoicism was founded by Zeno. And Zeno, when he got to Athens, he was looking for, he started reading all these books and realized, oh my God, all this knowledge is here. So he was looking for a teacher and a mentor. And he stumbled onto Diogenes of the Cynics, right? And that's a completely different type of style of philosophy. But there are some roots in Stoicism, in Cynicism and Stoicism. Again, a little bit of history, but again, still doesn't answer what Logos is. So again, when I look back and I'm trying to figure out what Logos is reason or order. It was used by the Ionian philosophers to describe the principles of the universe, okay? And again, so when we're in the Eleatic school, again, it's mentioned a little bit. But really in Stoicism now, what we're seeing is it's a divine rational principle pervading the cosmos. It's basically a universal power. So let's jump into this today. So once we have an understanding of where Logos came from, what the hell that even means, we're going to try and understand what their perception, what they're trying to say, right? Again, a lot of this goes back to Sanskrit, predating even... This goes back to, there's Latin words and there's some other, there's some other languages. So again, the translation is a little bit different. Sanskrit's Buddhism, sorry, a little overlap. So here we go. The quote by Marcus Aurelius. Again, the person who follows reason in all things will have both leisure and readiness to act. They are at once, both cheerful and self-composed. So again, deeper dive. The guiding reason of the world, fate, as it will, the Stoics called Logos, and it works in mysterious ways. Sometimes Logos gives us what we want. Successful outcome, we won the game, loving relationship, whatever. Other times it gives us precisely what we don't want. Missed flight, an accident, so on and so forth. In either case, it is believed that Logos was an all-powerful force governing the universe. Now again, this is seen later when we get to Christian theory, but it really kind of, they were trying to explain why things happen, why all these randomness. And if you talk to philosophers who are more on the physics side, they believe it's all just random atoms. We are all just particles that are colliding and create this random chance. That's a theory. That's a philosophy. There's a lot of people that believe that there isn't a specific being that is saying, doing the marionettes, using the puppet strings, right? There's a belief that that's all by chance, right? So again, in the Stoics, they're talking about this Logos. They're trying to explain what fate is, what governs the universe. Why do these things happen, right? So here's an analogy to use logos, okay? You are a dog attached by a leash to a moving cart. The direction of that cart will determine where you go. And depending on the length of the leash, we have a fair amount of room to explore and to determine the pace even. But ultimately, what we must choose is to either cheerfully, willingly go along, or, as I call it, dig in my 3-inch heels and get painfully dragged along. Which will it be? Because either way, cheerful acceptance or ignorant refusal, the cart is going to the same place, right? And so what does our cart look like? All right, that's a great analogy, but let's take that a little deeper, root it into our life. So the analogy is we are born and we are going to die. Okay? Now, there's a fair amount of assumption that can be made that journey will take approximately 70 some years, depending on your sex. Yes, I said sex. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Okay, we're talking about fact. So depending on your sex, average life expectancy. Depending on where you live in the world. Why? Because of customs and how you live and the food you consume and your activity level, okay? A lot of these things will contribute. But you are going to be born. When you're born, you are going to die at some point. That is the cart path. You are going to age. You are going to learn along that path. There are things that are going to happen to you along that path. And so, depending on your strength of mind, depends on how long your lead is, really, right? If you are trying to stubbornly hold on to your youth, this looks different for a lot of people. If you're stubbornly trying to hang on to your youth, again, it's going to be painful and there's going to be suffering because you are going to get dragged along. You are not going to like the result, right? Because you're trying to be fixated with this particular image of yourself. And you have to realize that life is impermanent. We are going to change. So you're going to get dragged out of your youth, whether you like it or not. Your body is going to change. If you are a woman and you give the gift of life, your body is going to change. These are facts. And you either cheerfully accept that and embrace that and you go along for this wonderful journey, or you dig your heels in and try every single thing you can to resent the fact that you are actually changing. Flourishing. Hopefully on your way to eudaimonia, the ultimate in flourishing. Not happiness. Not even tranquility. The ultimate in your flourishing, whatever that looks like. So, there is an undeniable fact that there is an overwhelming guiding force in the universe because of this life and birth cycle. The fact that there is life here, and in our experience, we can't see with our very long eyes anywhere within light years of us that actually have this amazing gift. That's how truly special it is. So to say that there's not chance, because there could be, because a couple of atoms could have been in the right environment, the right time, and collided and created life, this could have happened. It is a possibility. There is also the possibility that there's an overwhelming force in the universe that pulled the strings, pushed the button, did whatever, put the stuff here and pushed the button and created the Big Bang. But what we must accept the fact is there is this path in life, okay? There is this cart that is going to be moving. We are attached to this cart. So it is our perception of that journey. It is our acceptance of that journey. It is our acceptance of the flourishing that we are going through as a person, as a species, as a human. The life cycle is the governance of the universe, right? That's really what it is, because The only way that you get to experience any of the universe is through life. And this is really philosophical. There's some deep shit here, right? So your ability to understand the fact that there's a universe is one of the most special things that we have. And we are blessed with reasoned choice. Because unlike the tree, the tree can't pick up his roots if it doesn't like this level of sunshine. It can't move in front of the tree in front of it that's blocking it. It has the ability to live, but it was not given the gift of reasoned choice, consciousness. A dog has consciousness, it has some reasoned choice. Well, what do we have if we have awareness of a universe and ultimately of a logos, a bigger power? So for me, the mystery in that, the excitement in not knowing, and forgive me, I will not blindly believe anything. I will leave open the opportunity for all things because I do not know the answer. Some things make more sense than me. Some things don't make any sense to me. Like being born already a bad person. Being born is a blessing, not a sin. I'm sorry, Christianity. You botched that one. You dropped the ball on that one. I don't believe that. So as we're finishing this month of acceptance, and that's what this whole month is about, it's really accepting that cart. You are attached to a cart. Now, thank God in my life I've been able to gain a longer lead. I control my pace. I have the ability, in my opinion, if I have a very long lead, I can wander off a very, very long direction, right? I'm not tied to this cart because I accept a lot of things in life. I accept my responsibility as a man. I accept the responsibility of leadership for the team and the people that look to me. But I also accept that I am very powerless in the overall logos. I am still attached to this cart. Now, I have some freedom and some flexibility, but I am going to die. And there are things that are going to happen during the day that I have absolutely no control over. And I have to accept that. Or, through ignorant refusal, get dragged along like I did for the first 40 some odd years of my life. I refused to accept my reality. And yeah, there is a case to be made that I did change my reality. I did. Or did I really just change the direction in respect to the cart that I was attached to with the length of my lead? I'm gonna leave you with that one. And on that, shower time.